Welcome back to the podcast. New episode. We are back. 2 weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks. Last week I wasn't able to make one, but whatever. I'm not gonna spend too much time on explaining myself. I'm gonna dive straight into it. Um, but welcome back to the podcast. Welcome back to Talk to Me. I want to thank you guys for joining me for another episode, taking time out of your day, taking sharing your energy with me in today's episode. Just thank you for letting me yap your ears off for God knows how long on this week's episode. Um, Thank you, I much appreciate it, and I love you for that. Thank you for the support. I hope you guys are doing good. I hope everything is a okay. You, your family, um, work, personal life, whatever. I hope all is well. Um, yeah, man. I hope everything is okay. I hope you guys are doing good. Um, my question to you, whether you want to answer it in the chat or not, my question to you, to the person behind the screen that's watching me, how are you? Are you okay? What's going on? How's your day going? How's your days been in the 2 weeks that I haven't spoke to? Um, I just hope all is well. For my Muslim brothers and sisters, I 20 days into Ramadan, and I hope that this month has been beneficial for you so far, for the time being that has been, and I hope that in these last days, it could be even more beneficial to you and your family or the people around you. Um, maybe try to, maybe try and be the best. Maybe try and do the best that we can in the last days of this holy month. Just came out of the shower too, so if my hair is shiny, my face is shiny, yeah. Um, I got this one pimple, like, yep, right here, that I gotta go bye bye. It's irking me. Um, but I'll go handle that later. Stuff like that irks me now. I try to maintain, model like that type. Um, I had some notes written down. I don't have them with me at the moment because I got good memorization. But also too, it's gonna be freestyle again this episode in a way. Um, today's focus. Um, today's focus. Today's episode is gonna be more on. Trying to think of ways how to phrase it, but it's just like, think about it as self motivation, man. I feel like it's been a thing that I've been discussing throughout each episode, glimpses of it, or sometimes not. But if it, I mean, the whole topic has been spoken about before, and we're definitely revisiting it today. Um, yeah, it's just self motivation. Um, because I feel the need to talk about it because I myself need to motivate myself to do better. You understand what I'm saying? Um, another thing that I've always been saying, another thing was, there's always room for improvement. That saying is 100,000% correct. It's true. You got to think about it like there's always room for improvement. Um, have enough confidence to think that you are good enough, but let's face it, in all honesty, there are some occasions in life and experiences that we have no, we don't know what to do, and we're not as good as we think we are in those moments. But that's kind of like the beauty of life, man. Life is all about the experiences. Um, Life is literally about experience. Me, you watching, everybody around the world. I mean, we may share some similarities with each other, but everybody's life experience is a one of one. It is a one of one experience. Now, like I just mentioned not too long ago, feeling the need to have this conversation because I also feel the need to motivate myself to do better. Um, in all honesty, I mean, there are things that I'm picking up on that I know I should be and I could be doing way better in. There's things I admit that I'm still doing wrong. And those things are, I'm fasting during the month of Ramadan, right? But there's still times I find myself not praying throughout the day. And there's days that I have been, and there's still days that I don't. And it's something that I don't really understand why. And it's not like I'm doubting God's plan, but there's times to where you'd want it to be that way and it's not, and then you start to question why is this happening. But then again, everything is a test, right? But I don't know. I think before starting this, like, I'm in my mind a lot, talk to myself a lot. I'm my own hardest critic. I'm my own judge. Um, I think the situation is the reason why I feel like I'm not as pleased as I once was with my relationship. Let's say, let's say with God is because I feel like on my end, I haven't been putting in enough to it. I'm doing the bare minimum, and it's not right. And especially, it's not right to be doing during like the month of Ramadan. Also, I should be doing better, but then again, I'm not, and I admit that. And I don't know, you guys might be like, "What the hell?" But nah, it's just something I need to, like I said, I admit that I have to count on myself to make that change. I could keep asking God, please give me that opportunity to do better, to, to be present, to build a stronger relationship with you. But it all comes down to you. Um, and I feel like, especially, it's just another way of him testing me. I'm asking for it, but he's testing me if I'm gonna, you know what I mean? And unfortunately, I admit I still keep failing that test, but I'm hoping for another shot at it. That way I can prove myself wrong of this doubt or whatever is going on. You know what I mean? The key point of what I want you to take away from that, I know I just yapped about a whole different thing. Um, but I feel like the key thing is I feel that the key thing is you have to count on you. You have to count on you. And as long as you have yourself, as long as you have yourself, you have somebody. You have to count on you. And as long as you have yourself, you have somebody. Radiator spinning heat. It's telling me, yo, I'm speaking fire out the mouth. It's just facts right now. But no, as long as you have yourself, you have somebody. And having yourself is the key component, um, is the key thing you need in being successful in your very own ways in your own life. Um, Now, as mentioned before, like I said, life's all about experiences, right? But eh, life is all about experiences, yes, and I wholeheartedly agree with that, and I feel like every single one of you that are watching would say the same. Um, Life has its its ups, life has its downs, life shows you the light, life shows you the darkness. We just have to try our best to navigate, and sometimes it is tough, and sometimes things last longer than what we'd like it to last or be. What the hell am I saying? I just lost the words right there. Some things in life we go through, we don't ask for it, it happens. Some of the things that we go through, we dislike it and we don't want it to last long, but yet sometimes it does. um and some things we may be asking for, we happen to get better, and we don't realize it at that moment until after. Um, and then sometimes we are blessed with things, but we take it for granted at the time being, and when it's gone, we realize how much we appreciate it. Life is a mixture of everything. It goes full round. Uh, but in all honesty, in order for you to make that change, man, it all comes down to you. And like I said, I'm having this conversation because as much as I'm pointing it towards to an outside crowd, it's also speaking out loud to myself. Um, and like sidetrack away from what we're talking about. I deeply encourage you to try to speak out loud to yourself because it's different than just keeping it in the mind. You're you're projecting it outwards, and I feel like it does better. It's kind of like therapeutic in the sense of just keeping it all upstairs, or even journal, man. I journal. I don't do it every day, but whenever I feel the need to, or after a couple of days, I just boom, I just write down whatever. That's another thing that helps. But that's a side note. But I would encourage you to try those things. I know it may be awkward at times to just speak out loud. Me, I tend to do it when I'm alone, just like this. Like I got nobody in the crib, I do it alone. Um, but yeah, just try it. Anywho, back to the conversation though. Uh, try it. Just try it and see how. Try to see the benefits of it. Try to really see how you feel. But yeah, man, man. I uh, I gotta get back on my A game, man. I gotta get back on my A game, man. I have been slacking on myself. Um, not in like every way possible, but still some things. Um, and I'm just trying to navigate my way through it, but just also find myself too and really be like, all right, we're flipping the switch now. We're changing gears. We got to do this, boom. I have to prioritize that. Like I said, um, I've been asking for the change to do better, but yet I'm not giving 100% effort to it, and I have to. You see, that's a new challenge, man. That's a new challenge for myself that is here, um, and I gotta break that barrier. And I'm confident in myself that I can do it. And I hope that if you feel like you are at a roadblock or you're stuck, whatever, or whatever the case may be in your own life, I hope that you find your way out of it too. Um, and just know that you will, and it's time. Like I've said, some things last longer than we'd want it to be, but it all happens for a reason, right? Um, it all happens for a reason. Uh, it's God's plan, man. It's His will. It's His plan. Puts us through it. But then again, also just keep in mind, I've been keeping in mind too, God wouldn't put you in anything that you wouldn't be able to handle. You know what I mean? So try to keep faith in Him. I know it may be a little difficult too, especially if listen, I know there's some people out there that are going through some of the worst things imaginable, way worse than me. Um, I thank God every day for the position I am in. I thank Him right now saying it out loud. No matter through all my mess ups, He's still blessed me with so many great things. And I'm so grateful for that. I'm fortunate to be in this position. But I understand too that there's others that have worse that aren't in the same predicament as I am. Not predicament, but they aren't in um the same scenario as me. You know what I mean? I don't know how. Yeah, yeah. Um, and I myself know that um I haven't been at this point before in my life to where I'm at now. It's the first time I'm here. It's all about the journey, right? We go through everything for a first time, and we need to see how we navigate through it, how we could try and do better. Um, but for those right now trying to level up or trying to do better, Number one, have faith in yourself, but try and restore, or try and build on your faith towards God and your relationship with God. Try to. I admit myself. I'm gonna speak some facts right now, some personal life things. Um, my senior year of high school, Ramadan that year, that one by far, my whole life was the best, most beautiful moment of my whole life in terms of my relationship with God at that point. Then I was praying 5 times a day, reading the Quran throughout the day. I was purely dedicated to the fact of doing better and purifying myself and trying to benefit, not myself. I was just trying to do good for myself and those around me, but trying to benefit the relationship that I had personally with my God, with God. Um, and even after the month of Ramadan, I kept that going, the streak going throughout the summer, and even at the start of college. But at the start of college, I said everything went. Um, at this moment, there's been times I admit to the fact of my God, Allah Subhanahu wa Taala. Right? There's not a day that goes by where He's not in mind. Um, He's someone that's always in my mind. Someone that, even if it's by myself up here, I always talk to throughout the day. But as of recently, I've been feeling that it's like major distance. And I've been trying to, again, it all comes with that change of trying to do like actually giving 100%. I admit that I haven't been. And maybe that's what's creating this feeling of the distance between me and my Lord. You know what I mean? Um, and I'm not doubting him at all. That's what I'm not doing. A stuck for love. That's what I'm not doing. And forgive me if in any way my word selection that makes me seem like I'm, you know, um, but there has been times before, and it's still times now where I feel like he's not there. And there's times where I admit too that I have completely ignored his calls to prayers or just the presence. Sometimes have made that mistake before, and that's something I have to live with for the rest of my life, and that's something I'm gonna have to pay for in the after. Um, it's just I'm trying to get close again to where I once was, because where I once was with him, senior year of high school, I remember that was like I'm telling you, the most amazing feelings ever that I've ever experienced. A day in that time period, those are the most amazing days ever. But then he has shown me in a way, and it's all for a lesson. I full heartedly, I know it, and I agree with it, and I agree with what he's showing in the patterns of it. He's shown me the beauty in life when you acknowledge him, when you're close with him, when you prioritize your relationship with him. But then again, he can easily show you how life can be and what life will be without him, and it's scary in a way. um I'm talking about self-motivation, but now we're getting in, we're preaching, it's a God talk right now. I'm just thinking, my bad, it's taking me a while to like, I don't know, trying to think of like what else to. But I'd also want you to know too. You know what? Yeah, this is your boy's preaching right now about God talk. But like one of the things too that I'd always want you to keep in mind. No matter how you may be, no matter how um no matter how you may feel or you may be embarrassed of yourself, or at times you may even feel like disgusted in yourself of like, yo, why am I doing this and I should be doing that? Why am I not doing that but I'm giving into this, right? um just know, bro, like God does forgive you. God does forgive you. Like I said, I admit that every single day that he blesses me with the opportunity to wake up to see another day, I unfortunately commit sins throughout that day. Some that I'm unacknowledged of, and there's some that I intentionally like I know of it, but I still do it. Unfortunately, it's like that, and I know I'm not the only one. We all do it. We all do it. But just know that he forgives you, and just know that there is opportunity for change. Just again, it all comes down to you. You have to give 100. That is, along with yourself, you have to give 100% to that to him as much as you would to yourself. You give 100% to him, he will give more than 100% back to you. Not that he hasn't been already. It's just he'll do it for you in ways that you can't even imagine. And that's something that I say to you, but I'm literally like correcting myself in the sense I'm hearing me at the same time. I'm imagining myself being behind the screen and listening to this person yapping for this long about this. You know what I mean? Um, we make mistakes, we make errors. That's life, man. But just always know there's room for improvement, and there's always the opportunity to do better. It's just up to us whether or not we're gonna do it. But again, you have to give 100%. You gotta give 100% to it. You gotta have yourself, and as long as you have yourself, you're not alone. You have somebody. You have somebody, along with the grace of God, man. Um, no, yeah, I don't know. I just felt the need to talk about that today. Again, it's kind of like therapy for myself because I don't, you know what I mean. As long as this may apply to you, as much as this may apply to you, believe me, it is applying to myself currently while I'm making this. Like I said, these episodes, man, are not specific to a certain. Just it's not like, oh, as soon as it's upload, it's just meant for the now. Nah, it could be meant at any time that you were watching this. You could be watching this tomorrow, a week from now, a month from now, a year from now, 5 years from now, whatever. All for a reason, man. Everything in life happens for a reason. Um, what's another thing I'd like to talk about too? Another thing that I like to say to you guys while I have you here, because then I something just popped up in my head about being stuck. I myself sometimes feel like I'm being stuck, but something literally just told me being stuck. Meaning, if you feel like it's just like a blank period of your life where you don't really know where you're heading, you're just doing what's happening right now. You're just literally living in the moment, specifically in the moment. If you're feeling stuck, as mentioned before, life is about the experience, right? It all happens for a reason, shapes us to become the a better version of ourselves, the versions that we're supposed to be for the future, right? If you're feeling stuck, as cliche as it sounds, it does not last forever. But just try to make the best out of it. If you're feeling stuck in a moment, Try to gain recognition, not recognition. Blah, blah, blah. Try to understand your surroundings more in that case scenario. Meaning, try to understand why you feel that way, or try to understand, okay, what else can I be doing, or what else should I try? Um, if you feel that you are stuck in life, just never be scared to try something else. I don't know. That's the best way to put it, man. You may feel stuck for that reason. You may be stuck in life for the reason that um what the hell am I saying right here? I feel like I'm saying it so like poorly. The reason as to why you may be feeling stuck is because you are meant to find the thing that is for you. Um, Maybe taking a different route, but yeah, you may be finding the thing that is meant for you in the scenario of being stuck in life or feeling stuck. Um, keep keep faith in in that situation. Believe in yourself that you will make the best out of it and you will become better, stronger, um, getting out of that and going on to something else. But just try to never be scared to put yourself out there and never be scared to get to it. Never be scared to get to it, man. It's you against you. We're our own toughest opponent, man. We're our hardest challenge. We are, when it's you versus you, when you look yourself in the mirror, you can be your own ticket out, your own way out, your own ticket to success, um, ticket to freedom, financial freedom, freedom in any and all ways, right? You could be your tool to success, but then yet again at the same time, vice versa, you can be your own. Like I said, you could be your own blockage, but you could literally. I don't know what the hell I'm saying, man. I'm like losing it in my mind right now. And they're vacuuming in the hallway, and it's just like, yeah, they're definitely on the floor right now. The vacuuming is what's making me lose my train of thought. I'm not gonna lie. Um, you could be your greatest successor, but then at the same time, you could be your greatest competitor. Um, the only person who's gonna make you be that person you want to be is yourself, and the only person who's not gonna let you get there is yourself. Um, it's just yeah, man. You against you. It's yeah, you versus you every single day that you are awake, alive, and breathing. Um, it's just then again the whole theme of this episode today. I feel like it just all comes down to us whether or not we're gonna give 100% or we're gonna slack off. I myself need to make sure I'm going 100%. Um, and you might view it as, yo, why are you being so hard on yourself, man? It's just I'm not being hard on myself just cause. Um, I'm just trying. I'm being a little hard on myself, only in the way for greater discipline. It's just a disciplinary thing within myself, my own mind. Um, I know and I admit that I am doing wrong in some things, and I need to be doing better at, and that's why I'm like, you know what I mean? I know I'm doing wrong, and that is a discomforting feeling, and I that's something I need to fix. I need to be doing better. Um, and it all starts up here. It's just that switch, but then you got to apply it to the real world. You have to apply it out. But yes, I need to be doing better. I acknowledge that I'm not doing the best that I could be doing and that I should be doing at times. And that's a change that, though the opportunity has been presented to myself and I know I've passed up on it or I failed at times, the next time it does come back, it's going to be 1,000 times. It's going to be the outcome that I've been waiting for and wanting for. Um, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. One day at a time type. One day at a time. One day at a time, Stitch. You know what I'm saying, though? Um, one day at a time. I'm also just waiting for Ramadan to finish, though, to start getting back into the gym. Whenever it's the month of Ramadan, I don't go. I've tried to, and it's been really, really bad. I tried 2 separate years, and it's been the same thing. I can't do it. That feeling. But I'm waiting to get back there. That, believe it or not, bro, like I'm being legit. Yo, being better in physical shape actually helps you improve also too. It just changes your whole thing, and that's something that I haven't been there now over a month. And I'm just waiting for that opportunity to get back in there because I feel like being physically active is like being that's a part of me. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I like to stay fit. I like to be, physical. Slow your horses. Slow your roll. But yeah, the progression is gonna happen. I'm confident that the progression is gonna happen. Um, and I hope that you build up the confidence. You build up the strength. I hope at first you you build up the strength to admit your wrongdoings to yourself. I hope you build up the strength and I hope you have the opportunity to acknowledge what you're doing wrong and how you can be doing better. And I hope that you then build the confidence that you need to give it your all every day, to become that better version that you've been wanting for and that you've been longing for, to become that person you've always wanted to be, to become the greater version of you, the version that you are meant to be for the future. You're meant to be for yourself, you're meant to be for God, and you're meant to be for the people around you. Build up the strength to acknowledge your wrongdoings, to acknowledge your current situation, how things are going. Think about it. Are you pleased with what's going on? And in some cases in life, we're not going to be pleased with everything. Try to do better at everything. Just try to do the best that you can, but give it 100%. Acknowledge your wrongdoings, admit it to yourself. That takes a lot of courage and strength to do so already. But then build all the confidence you need. You should be confident in yourself every day. Let people, like what 50 Cent said, let people mistake your confidence for arrogance. Let people make that mistake. Let people make that mistake. You need to bet on you. It needs to be 100% you. If you don't got yourself, you got nobody. If you do have yourself, you have somebody. And that somebody is going to be the somebody that makes you become it. You. You are the only person that can make yourself become that person. To become him. To become her. You know what I mean? We're our best bet. We're our best bet. And that's something that we should be gambling on ourselves in a good way. We should be betting on ourselves every single time over everything. If you bet on yourself, you got enough confidence to do that, hey man, then you know you're gonna make it out. It may be hard, but you know you'll make it out, and you know you will become that version that you're saying you saying you will be. You will become that version you say you are. It's just projecting it out there, man. What you project is what you receive. What you project is what you receive. Think highly of yourself. Speak highly of yourself. Project that out to the universe. The universe is always listening and it will come back to you at times where you may not expect it. But it's for the better. That's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of it. But no, yeah. Believe in yourself, man. You are your own ticket. Ticket to the way out. Just try. You know that's the whole thing about today. That's the theme today. Try. Just try. I get it. There'll be days. There'll be days where, you know, there's gonna be days where you're like, I got, I can afford to do that. Just try not to make it a habit. When it comes to you, try not to make that a habit too much. Give yourself a day. Yes, don't be super hard on yourself, but especially for the beginning, give it all gas, no brakes. All gas, no brakes. And I think that's the feeling I've always had too when I admit my wrongdoings. I'm like now, like I acknowledge myself of it. I'm like, yeah, no. I'm not giving myself this. Is no. I'm going boom, 100%. Give 100%. That's what I need to do. I'm with you. I'm doing this along with you. We may not speak about it to each other, but I'm doing it with you. You are not alone in this case scenario, and you will never be because there's millions of people, strangers. They don't know you exist. You don't know they exist, but they're going through the same thing. Life is similar, but it's all one of one. See what I'm saying? Stay with me now. um, but just try. Try to do you. I believe in myself that I will do it. You need to be doing the same. You should be doing the same. You should have already been done that. You should have already been doing that, believing in yourself. Because if you can't believe in yourself, I'm telling you now, the outcome that you expect up here will not come out. It all comes down to you. Flip the switch. Flip the switch. Build the courage up. Build the strength. Build the confidence. Build the will, the faith. Whatever it takes to get there. Whatever it takes to get there, just do it. If it's something that you really want, go and get that. Something that'll make you happy, go chase that. Let's go do you. Never be afraid to get it at all times. You gotta go. You shouldn't be scared to get it at all times. Work 24/7. Be on the clock at all times. All day, every day. Don't be afraid to get it, man. Because that's what you want. Go after it. If you're scared to get it, you're not getting none of it. You're going to get little bits of it. But what are little bits, man? I'm like, yo, if I'm going to go after something, I want the whole thing. Pause. Um, but yeah, give it your all. Give it 100%. Give it 100%. Um, but yeah, man. It's kind of, so this is where I'm leaving it for now, this conversation of the day. This conversation for the week. Let me know if you guys would want me to speak about topics that are specific. Any specific topics you'd like me to cover, and boom, I'll be more than happy to do so. I feel like at times for what I'm saying, it may not apply at the moment. Um, and the point of me making this podcast, this channel, is not just to help myself, but it's to help you guys also. So if you want anything specific, let me know. Because if not, then I'm gonna keep yapping about some strange random things. Like I said, every day is different energy, man, and next week's energy is gonna be different from today's energy. You know what I mean? So I don't know. You get what you get. Don't be upset. Type. Another thing that I had a thought of. Yeah, let me know if I've always had the thought of it about starting to stream because now at least I got a desk and stuff. I just got to get my microphone back and I got to set up a camera somewhere too. If you want to see streaming, let me know because I wouldn't mind doing it on my days off. Like my days off, like guaranteed. Other days, I don't know, it'd be up in the air if I could do it. Then yeah, but let me know. I wouldn't mind doing it. Being mad sweaty on Fort or whatever, Fort GTA, 2K, whatever it is. Streaming is mad fun. I wouldn't mind to do it if that's something that you'd like to see. Then hell yeah, I'll go back to doing. I used to do it when I was a kid. I don't think it'd be as I don't think it would have been as lit as it would be today. But let me know. Um, let me know because I wouldn't mind doing that. But yeah, have a blessed day, guys. I will see you next week, next Thursday, for another episode. Just remember, keep faith in God. As much as I've been saying you're the way out, He is the way out of your situation. He is the one that will take you higher, bring you to a place you never thought you'd be at, in a good way. It all happens for a reason, but 100% in you. You have to give 100% to yourself because that's what you deserve. And you're the only person who's going to do it. Nobody else is going to do it for you but you. We make mistakes, there's errors. Like I said, try to gain knowledge. Try to acknowledge what the wrongdoings you are um, that you are involved in. Correct yourself. It takes a lot of courage to admit to yourself that you're wrong. It takes a lot of strength to do that. But do it. It's for the better of you. Acknowledge your mistakes and just try to do better. As long as you're trying, you will succeed eventually. And it may be a long process, but it'd be the better for you. I love you. Thank you for coming. Thank you for spending your time and energy with me. I'll see you next week. Have a great day.